You can have the best word tracks in the world, but if you don't believe in your product, your customer will smell the doubt on you from a mile away. I am going to show you how to close the believability gap so your conviction becomes an atomic bomb of persuasion. If you aren't 100% certain, you're just a talker, not a closer. All right, let's get straight to it. Have you ever seen a salesperson who just seems average? They don't have the slickest pitch. They might even stumble over their words, but they consistently crush their quotas. Meanwhile, you've memorized every script, perfected your tonality, and you're still struggling to keep up. What's the secret? It's not about what they say. It's about what they believe. This is what I call the believability gap. It's the space between knowing your lines and truly owning the value you offer. Closing that gap is the difference between being a presenter and being a closer. Today, we're going to transform your internal certainty into your most powerful sales weapon. Let's start with the most telling part of any human interaction. The eyes. Your eyes don't lie. When you're speaking to a prospect, are you making firm, unwavering eye contact, or are your eyes darting around? When you state the price, do you look them dead in the eye, or do you glance away for a split second? That tiny micro-expression screams a lack of confidence. The customer might not consciously register it, but their subconscious mind absolutely does. It sends a signal that says, even he isn't sure it's worth this much. Your eyes are a direct pipeline to your soul, and if your soul isn't sold, you're not selling anything. Let me ask you something, and I want you to be brutally honest with yourself. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being an absolute, uncheckable conviction that your product or service is the best possible solution for your client, where do you stand? Be real. If it's not a 10, what's holding you back? That number is the ceiling on your closing rate. Now, let's talk about why skill without that level 10 conviction is just a fancy form of manipulation. You can learn all the persuasive language patterns, the rapport building techniques, and the objection handling frameworks. But if you're using these tools without a genuine belief that you are helping the customer, you are just playing mind games. You're trying to trick someone into giving you money. Prospects can feel that. It feels slick. It feels slimy. It feels like a salesperson. True influence doesn't come from manipulating someone's logic. It comes from aligning with their emotions through your own genuine conviction. When you believe, you are not manipulating. You're leading. You're guiding them to a better future that you can clearly see for them. Let's try a quick exercise. I want you to say this phrase out loud right now. This will change your business. First, say it with a shaky, uncertain voice. Go ahead. This will, change your business. Now, say it again. This time, plant your feet. Take a deep breath and say it with every ounce of certainty you can muster. This will change your business. Hear the difference. Feel the difference. One is a question. The other is a declaration. That shift in energy is what we're aiming for. It's the physical transfer of emotion from your heart straight into theirs. This transfer of emotion is the core of closing. Sales is not a logical process. It's an emotional one. People buy on emotion and justify with logic later. Your job isn't to dump a list of features and benefits on them. Your job is to make them feel what you feel. When you are 100% certain that your solution will solve their pain, that certainty radiates from you. It's in your posture, your tone, your pace. Your calm confidence becomes a calming force for them. They start to lean on your certainty because buying is scary. It's a risk. Your unwavering belief acts as an emotional safety net, making it feel less like a risk and more like a necessary next step. I need you to adopt a new mindset. It might sound harsh, but it's crucial. If you truly believe in your product, then failing to close the sale is a massive disservice to the prospect. You are disrespecting them by allowing them to walk away and continue suffering from the very problem you can solve. Think about it. If you saw someone struggling to lift a heavy box and you had a forklift right next to you, would you just stand there and watch? Of course not. You'd say, hey, let me help you with that. Not selling is the equivalent of watching them struggle. You're leaving them in their pain. When you shift your perspective from I need to make this sale to I have a moral obligation to solve this person's problem, everything changes. The commission becomes a byproduct of you doing the right thing. So, how do we get to that level 10 certainty? It starts with total product immersion. You can't just know the talking points from the brochure. You need to go deeper. If you sell software, you should be a power user. Know every feature, every workflow, every single button. Find the hidden hacks. If you sell a physical product, use it until it breaks. Understand its limits, its strengths, Most importantly, you need to immerse yourself in the results. Collect testimonials like they're gold. Talk to your happiest clients. Don't just ask if they like it. Ask them to tell you a story. How specifically did it change their life or business? What was the before and what is the after? You need to internalize these stories so they become your own. When a new prospect gives you an objection, you won't be reciting a script. You will be sharing a true story of someone who had the same doubt but is now thriving. All right, let's get practical. Building your certainty is like building a muscle. It requires consistent exercise. So here are 2 exercises for your certainty muscle. First is the benefit mirror. Every morning, I want you to stand in front of a mirror and state one benefit of your product out loud, with conviction, while looking yourself directly in the eye. For example, this service gives business owners back 10 hours a week. Say it until you feel it, until there is no hesitation in your voice. Second, create a proof Bible. This is a digital or physical folder where you save every single piece of positive feedback, every happy email, every great review, every success story. Before you start your day or head into a big meeting, spend 5 minutes reading through your proof Bible. Drown your mind in evidence of the value you provide. This isn't about ego. It's about arming yourself with the truth so that no objection can shake your foundation. Remember that salesperson who was outselling you. They weren't better speakers. They were better believers. They had closed themselves first, 100%. 80% of this game is belief. The skills, the scripts, the techniques, they are the 20% that amplify that belief. But without the core of conviction, they are hollow. Your conviction is what turns a conversation into a closing. It turns a no into a not yet and a maybe into a let us do this. Stop focusing on what to say and start focusing on what you believe. When you can look a customer in the eye and know, not think, but know that you are doing them a disservice by not selling to them, you will have become unstoppable. If you're ready to stop being a talker and start being a closer, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.